How many tours did we go on with this?
Oh man, at least 3 long ones, right? We did a summer one in 06, 07, 08, 09.
So 4 long ones.
We did Portland a few times. We did Idaho once or twice.
We did that weird Northern California one too.
Weird Northern California one. And then a bunch of shows in town, like we did the Peninsula once or twice. Yeah, we put some miles on this thing. Eating a lot of breakfasts in this van as well. A lot of granola. A lot of Chex Mix too. How many pounds of Chex Mix we've consumed?
How many pounds of Chex Mix do you think we've consumed in this van?
50?
Besides Chex Mix, I wonder how many pounds of beef jerky I consumed in this van. And I think the van had a smell that was defined by Chex Mix, beef jerky, and hand sanitizer. And I think you can kind of imagine how that would smell. It would smell pretty bad, actually. Who eats the most Chex Mix? I'm going to say Chris actually does.
Because I think Chris, it's like one of his 2 food groups, Chex Mix and potatoes.
Yeah. I would actually think that anytime any of us was to break wind in the van was actually kind of a welcome change to whatever smell was already in here. Let's see how much Nate left behind. God damn it. So we have a beef jerky wrapper, which is garbage, clearly garbage. Why did I just put my hand in there without even looking? This is gum, of course, Trident wrapper. Looks like we have a bunch of cards. A $50 gift card.
To where?
Is group health? Toward a complete pair of eyeglasses with 3D lenses. What, so
Nate doesn't wear glasses.
Nate doesn't wear glasses, and don't you already see in 3D? That's on my end. Have a movie ticket for Wolverine. Oh, hand sanitizer.
Oh,
a pen.
good.
But a state magnet.
Which state?
Nevada. Which we never went through on this van. So I'm thinking I must have bought this because I lost my original Nevada one.
Next job on the list is take the loft out of the van. Which shouldn't be hard.
How much action did this loft see? 0.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. It's embarrassing. I'm not proud of this fact, but 0. It's amazing to me that anyone slept in here.
I don't think anyone ever did. I tried once.
Yeah, successfully slept, laid down. With the futon mattress, I don't think you could turn over.
No, you lay down, it's like in a coffin. This is how I used to sleep here. This was tough because Nate had to put his legs somewhere else, and I would wedge myself in like this, and it's about as comfortable as it looks. The real peril was that the jack would hit me in the head, but I was usually so tired that it really didn't matter at that point. If we got in a crash, the worst that would happen, this would just fly at my head going 60 miles an hour, that's all right. But I mean, it's safe. If we got in a car crash, I wasn't going anywhere.
So one thing you should definitely note is this nice mold we have growing on the... That's nice. Do we have any mushrooms anymore? I mean, when screws start to rust in a van, that maybe there's some moisture problems. You want to get a good shot of the van from above because it developed a wonderful patina, like a real battleship hull kind of vibe. And then, of course, the mildew.
Yeah, it's got some nice mildew going.
It does.
Would you say that the terrible state of this van probably deterred thieves from thinking there's anything valuable in it?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's a 27-year-old van or something, so I think it's visual state on the outside. Certainly like this, that's impressive. We've spent probably thousands of dollars fixing the van. I don't think we've washed it once. Have we ever washed it once?
I think we washed it right when we got it.
7 years ago?
At a time like this, I think it might be worth thinking back on all the things that didn't go wrong. We never started on fire.
We never got in an accident.
We never had a wasp nest.
Not a nest.
Built inside. No. We never got a ticket.
Never got a ticket.
Let's see, we never went into a ditch.
Our van only broke down and made us miss one show once. And that's the only time. The only other times it broke down was after the show or on the way back, on the long bloody trail home. Name a couple breakdowns.
Let's see. We did it was Salt Lake City, right? That was fuel pump. Lincoln,
Yeah.
transmission. Clearly a big one.
Then I realized this is the second time you and I have stripped the van before.
Yeah, that's why I really wanted to make sure you were here for this, because this is turning into our little bonding exercise of like, all right, strip the van. We're not going to abandon it right here.
Tour 2005. The van, the old van, the green one, the Tradesman.
Yep.
We called the cock of the fleet. It broke down on my birthday, as I always have to point out. We were abandoned on the side of the road for Forsyth, Montana, I believe.
Yep, just outside Forsyth.
Outside Forsyth, and we had it towed into the next town.
Billings, right?
The Billings, of course, Billings. It's always Billings, isn't it? What ended up we had to do was Nate had to get a bus ticket home. Chris did. That's right. Chris said he was going to go, and the three of us were going to go together. Nate, Dan, and I.
We thought the U-Haul would have a bench seat.
We thought you all have a bench seat, but when Dan and I went to go get it, it didn't. So we had to put Nate on the bus with Chris. Ended up where Dan and I stripped everything valuable out of the old van and left it at the Motel 6, and then we ended up in a U-Haul.
We drove through the night to Seattle, watching, among other things, G.I. Joe the movie on my laptop.
And we tried to guess which which character was going to do which PSA, which I thought was actually pretty funny. And we were right with most of them.
Why did Roadblock do the one with the wire that was down?
I don't know.
Had sci-fi not been invented yet?
There was a water safety one about where someone's in the lake and they don't know how to swim, and I'm like, oh, well, Torpedo's going to show up and help them out. But no, it was Deep Six, the guy who came with the guy in the big bubble thing. And what's really creepy about it is the kid's like treading water, and Deep Six just pops up right next to him. Like he was just hanging out.
Hey man, what were you doing?
And he's just like, you got to scissor your arms and legs. And I just remember thinking like, what was he doing in the water already? Just watching the kids swim? That was really creepy.
I have to say, this van, for a van that, you know, we maybe only spent like $2,400 on, and then maybe 4 times that in repair costs over 7 years, that's not too bad.
But did we ever name it?
No, we never did.
Didn't I call it for a while the van with no name?
That seems to make sense.
I don't think it caught on. I think only I thought that was funny. I wanted to call it the War Wagon because it's a club wagon.
True.
But then I knew that there was like a million other bands out there.
Every metal band with a
every
club
metal
wagon?
band called their van the War Wagon.
Chuck wagon. Wait a minute.
Oh, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah. Okay, so this is what was in my pocket. We got some sort of title or registration thing. Yeah, that stuff's all well and good. Got your owner's manual, 1987 artwork. But then we got this. And because it broke, we've got 2 of them.
Oh, I didn't know it broke.
Yeah, because it was a tent. It eventually broke, but
That was hilarious, by the way.
that was
Still
one of the
funny.
single greatest moments of pure joy in my life. Or, I don't know, pure joy, but yeah, that was one of the single funniest things in my life, was that Hardee's Red Burrito experience. Jesus. Oh, good times.
And I remember when they
Hold
handed
on
that
to
to us, we started laughing like 12-year-olds, and they looked at us like we were insane. And
I
we
don't know how they didn't get it.
And they just were like, "What's wrong with you guys?" And like, "Well, you just gave us
The 69.
you just gave us a sign that said 69. Do you not find that funny?" And they're like, "What
do you mean?
I failed to understand the humor in this."
God.
Apparently, it's not a thing in St. Louis or wherever the hell we were.
Guess not.